Hey, welcome back to the 55th episode of what podcast is it, Taylor?
The Disney Dudes podcast.
The Disney Dude Podcast. And Taylor, we have a very, very special guest with us. We have Yamel Morales from Walt Disney World herself.
Yes.
Live on scene. Well, maybe not live on scene from Walt Disney World, but we are interviewing you.
Fun.
That would be fun.
That
we
would
could
be
ride
fun.
the rides with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. What was that? I'm sorry. I literally did not hear. What was that?
No, I what I was saying was, I said, Yamel, you are live from Walt Disney World, and Taylor said, actually, that would be fun, and she could take us on the rides, and we would just have a good old time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, Yamel, you have quite the Instagram page. You have great content, and what attracted us to you was your handle, of course, the Yummy Yummy Club, right? Yeah. I've never seen such a handle before, such a name, and it's so cool. But you have such a wide variety of content. It's really hard to know where to begin. But I think that we should maybe kind of go back to the start. For you, because I know my Disney origin story. Taylor, I assume he knows his as well. He does. Yes. And we talked about that from time to time, and we have so many different reasons why. Because I'll be honest with you, I've fallen out. There was a time in my life where I didn't go to the parks as often. I was preoccupied with other things, life events, but I fell back in love with the parks. Okay.
Yeah.
But for you, what brought you? Where did your love for Disney begin? What is your origin of Disney, just love in general?
So when I was about, I want to say 2 years old, my mom brought me to Disney for the first time. So
oh, wow.
I think it wasn't actually the Disney parks. She got tickets to go to the Disney cruise.
Oh,
and
wow.
So there, they do like these like meetings and reunions there, like showcasing the Disney Vacation Club. And she had so much fun at the cruise. I mean, I was 2 years old, so I barely remember it. But she was there and she loved it so much. And she was like, this is like the perfect thing for us to do yearly. And so she signed up to get the Disney Vacation Club. And so ever since I was 2 years old, I've been going to the Disney cruises and parks.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow.
I've sometimes gone 2 times to the cruises yearly. And yeah, so I go, it's like a yearly thing. We go yearly. So I'm getting like throwbacks when I was in like elementary and high school, being like, well, I'm leaving to the Disney cruise. Yeah. Sorry, bye. Yeah, so it all started there. So I just remember I grew up with Disney, basically. Okay. And so it was literally that. My mom got the Disney Vacation Club, and ever since, and people ask me, do you get tired? Like, you're going to the same place. And I'm like, no, never. Like, I love it so much. It's like my childhood, and I'm reliving my childhood yearly. So
absolutely.
So it's basically from that. I don't know. I should get ahead to the college program.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
you do your thing.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I actually had a Disney Instagram account when I was like in elementary school. It was called Disney High Fever. And I remember it didn't last long. It was a Disney account where I would post facts because I was really nerdy about Disney. So I would research facts. I would draw a movie. It was all that. It was all that. And so I remember I won a painting, and that was it. And then I erased the account. And then years later, I discovered the Disney College program. And I was like, I believe I was like very little. I was in the park, and I saw a cast member with a name tag. And instead of their hometown, it said like their university. And I was like, why do you have your university instead of your hometown? And she was like, oh, I'm in the Disney College program. I was like, is that a thing? Can I join? And I was like, so excited. So actually, I didn't join. Like, I tried joining the Disney College program 2 times prior to the time I went. And I got denied because I was really picky.
Oh, wow.
And because beforehand, the application process, it was you had to be like, oh, I'm very favorable to being in what's it called, custodial, or I'm not favorable to being custodial, or and so I was really picky in that area. You know, as one is when you see, you know.
Sure.
And so after that, I just said, well, I mean, third time's a charm. I'm in third year. Maybe I should like try it out. It's my dream. And I've been saying this since like, I want to say middle school. I've been like, I'm going to work at Disney, and you'll see I'm going to work at Disney. You'll see. I'm going to do the program. And that's it.
Yep.
And
that's awesome.
So in the third year, I said, you know what? I'm looking at international like programs to go to other universities. I might as well just apply to the Disney College program just to see. Third time's the charm. So I applied, and they took out the thing where it says like, oh, how much do you want to be in this area, or how much? So it was just like, you put your resume, your I think it was like, I don't know if it was like your resume and skill. And so that was it. So I didn't have a choice. I just submitted it and I passed it, and that was that. And luckily I got merchandise, which is what I'm actually studying marketing. So it was perfect for me.
Nice. That's huge. Man.
No, I was so excited. And then more towards the program, it started in like a week before I started my program. I remember before it was so weird. I had a trip to Disney, and then I would come back 2 days to Puerto Rico, back to my home. And then I would just go back to Orlando because we had a trip. Yeah, because my mom had points and we already had booked a trip, and that was with the cruise. I think that was the Disney Wish trip.
Oh, wow.
Like the inaugural voyage, the second inaugural voyage for the members. And so I had that trip, and then 2 days back here, I barely had some sleep. I was like packing, and then I go back to the program to start the program. It was like a marathon. It really. Oh my
gosh.
No, it's a whole thing. This is like my thing. I change like conversations quickly. So I'm.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
You met Abbott.
So you can pause me whenever. Because
like I'm looking into a mirror.
All over the place.
My head is an absolute pinball machine. So you and I hear you saying, you said marathon. I'm like, oh, I do a lot of the Run Disney races. I'm doing the next one coming up. And then you're saying DDC. Taylor's a DDC member himself.
Yep.
And then I'm going on the second inaugural cruise of the Disney Treasure coming up for the Western. I'm doing the 7-day Western Caribbean New Year's cruise with my family. So I've never done a Disney. I've never been on a cruise before. So we're going all in.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. After going to that Disney cruise, you're not gonna want to go to another cruise. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The other cruises, maybe it's because I've had bad experiences, but the Disney cruise is like no other, really. Like the activities, the attention. It's magic 24/7. Starting with the alarm you have, it's like the Cinderella Castle alarm. Oh, wow. That's like you know when, I don't know if Oh, you haven't been in a cruise.
So, I have not, but I'm familiar with that. But I've seen the videos on YouTube. Believe me,
So it's like the call from the captain. So the signal from the call from the captain is like the Cinderella, the like toot 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 toot. It's so magical. Wow. It's everything. It's like perfect. I'm also going on a Disney cruise soon, so I'm so excited. Every time I go to a Disney cruise, it's like I'm a little kid again. Oh my gosh.
Incredible.
Yeah. So, but I wanted to ask you, I'm sorry. I wanted to ask you about Disney Run Disney, sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like I had the opportunity to do it while on the program, but I got a little scared.
Oh, I got you.
Because of running. You know.
I got you. Well,
have you gone before?
I've done 2 races. I've done 2. I started back I did the Tower of Terror 10-miler back in the spring of 2022, right?
Oh, but
and so
you have to do they pressure you to run, or is
no. Well,
you walk?
You can run, walk, and people people of all sizes, shapes, ages. I mean, there were people passing me that are 20 plus years my age. People that are in wheelchairs, people that are being pushed, and people that are come one, come all, basically. That it's so welcoming, accessible. There's no pressure. You're not running. You can run for time. You can if you want to, but I think that's ridiculous. Why? Because you want to enjoy the magic, the experience, right?
Exactly.
Now you do, and I assume you know this, but you do have to get up at like 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, and be at Epcot. Every Run Disney race, at least the ones that I've done, the longer ones, because I've done the 10-miler, the Disney Princess Half Marathon. I've done that too. But I'm a runner. Running's kind of my jam. That's kind of my thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
But that being said,
do they run buses?
They run buses from all the resorts.
Okay,
all the resorts. You've got to be up. You've got your costumes. You've got everything. My wife and I, she went as Anna, and I went as the only thing I could find on Amazon because I waited too long to get my costume. I did Prince Charming. I did like a cut off sleeve Prince Charming. I'm showing you those pictures, Taylor.
He's the best.
No, you're not.
He's the best
It
prince.
is the best. Thank you. Thank you, Yamel. Look at that.
Well,
And Yamel and I are.
I have a
I'm
Prince
biased.
Charming costume that my mom bought me because Wellesley wants to be Cinderella at Bippity Boppity Boutique. And
Yes.
she wants me to be Prince Charming with her. So, yeah, I'm going to be wearing that.
I feel like that would be a look. And
It would.
original, because it would be Bippity Boppity Boutiques. So
See?
she would be
Mhm.
the fairy godmother's apprentice.
There we go.
So it's more niche.
That's it. The definition of niche. Absolutely. Absolutely.
There we go.
That's it. But the Run Disney race, the one thing you need to keep in mind, okay?
Yeah.
There are plenty of hydration points, and you don't have to train. I mean, you should train somewhat, at least have some pace, right? But but they have a thing called the Balloon Ladies. Have you heard of the Balloon Ladies?
I have not.
You
No.
have not. Okay.
No.
Let me fill you in.
Okay.
It is not a secret, but it's a secret. Okay.
Oh, okay.
They set the pace. They set the pace for the slowest runners in the race, and they go at a 16 to 15-minute pace, which is not too fast, not too slow. But if the line of women that are carrying the big blue balloons, I mean, we're talking big old balloons that are like 10 feet off the ground, like that they're holding on to. If they pass you, then you have to lead the race.
Oh.
You have to. They go ahead. They give you transportation. They drive you to the front. They drive you to the end of the race, and they go ahead and give you the medal. You do pay for it. You do pay for the medal.
Oh, okay.
These races are not cheap. They're not cheap. They are not cheap. But you definitely get way much more than you pay for. You do. You get so much more because you have rare character meet and greets. You have different stops along the way with characters. You can stop and get a picture. And there's nothing like running down Main Street, USA in the cold at 5 in the morning where people are screaming at you. I'm kidding. But no, it's a lot of fun to run down Main Street, USA, turn right at Tomorrowland through the main hub, go around Sunny Eclipse right there, where Tomorrowland Speedway, and you come back through Fantasyland to the back side of the castle and run out through the castle from the back to the front, and then go to the right through Colonial Square, and you actually go behind the scenes in between now Tiana's Bayou Adventure and where Pirates of the Caribbean is. And so you get to go back in there and see the cavalcades, the parades, everything behind the scenes, and you kind of go, "Oh wow, this is what it's really like behind the scenes." It actually kind of blew my mind to see Magic Kingdom and then not see Magic Kingdom. After one step.
Doesn't it feel like illegal?
It does.
To some degree.
I did feel like I was doing something wrong. I did.
Yeah. Yeah. My last day as a cast member, last day at Disney.
Yes.
They opened up like a backstage pass for the guests to leave the park.
Yeah.
And I was with my mom and I was like, this feels illegal. This feels wrong.
Taylor has a lot of experience with going behind the scenes. He's done a couple of the VIP tours.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I used to see the guests doing the VIP when I was going to work, because since I was in the confectionery,
Yes.
I had to go under Cinderella's castle. I don't know
Wow.
if I should say this. Oh my gosh, it's just like bad. But I used to like go through the tunnels. I feel like that's like a secret that's not a secret, right?
It's common knowledge.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they have the keys to the kingdom tour. Isn't that what you told me, Taylor?
Yeah,
The
that goes through the utilidors.
utilidors. That's it.
Exactly. So I would see them like, I feel like not every day, because usually my shifts were pretty late.
Okay.
But when they were early, I would see them. Yeah.
But, well, you are living the life and have lived the life that we.
Yeah.
When I was in college, I'm not going to tell you the number of years ago. The gray of my beard may indicate that, but you're hilarious. I knew that DCP was a thing when I was in college, right? But it's one of those where I didn't have that love for Disney. We grew up going to Disney, and I don't mind telling you my location. I'm in South Carolina. That's where I'm located. And Taylor's in Virginia.
Yeah.
So we are not next door neighbors just because our screens are beside one another. So even though he wishes he could live closer to me, but that's okay.
Every day.
Every day. But going back, I felt that deep down inside. But Yamel, for you, I want to go back and talk about your first day, in the DCP program. That first day, not just the training, and I'm not asking for like insider tips or tell me what it was like, tell me everything, but what it was like, just not just creating magic, but what was your experience like that first day? And I know it's a quick, because however long it was you were in the program, I think, was it just a semester or a few months or for a year? Like what was that?
It was 6 months.
6 months. Okay. Yeah. But go back in time, not too in the recent past. What was it like for you that day one? Like, you're in the program, you're in Florida, you moved into your apartment, you're doing the thing. What was that like?
Oh, I was so nervous. I'm trying to remember back, because my memory literally forgot. But the small things I do remember. I remember. Yeah. So we were supposed to have like a tour of, they usually give you, like, the first day should be like a tour of the whole park. Because believe it or not, there were some people that have never been to the parks before, and they were doing the DCP. So on my tour, they have like the first visit buttons, and they were like, so do we have any newcomers, like newbies to the parks? And they were like, some people were like, I haven't been here before. And so they gave them the pin, the first visit. I was as shocked as you, honestly. Truly. That was my exact reaction. but in a subtler way.
Exactly. Yeah. I got you.
I was like, oh. And so that was supposed to be our first day, but I got it mixed up. And so my first day actually was getting my costume, which was supposed to be like the other way around. You're supposed to get the tour first and the costume. So I had the costume first, and then they taught me like the register and stuff, the system. And then the next day I got the training, the tour. So it was kind of fun. I was most excited to get my costume, because I feel like the cutest costume is the confectionery one.
Yep, I got you.
I'm kind of bummed they changed, but that's just me. So I got my costume. I met my fellow coworkers for my semester, and so I was just really nervous about the whole magic thing. I was like, what if I screw up or something? I want to keep the magic alive to the extreme for the kids and for all. So I don't remember my first day at all, but I do remember, I feel like it was at Curtain Call Collectibles, which is next to, just outside Mickey's meet and greet. And so, I was just there. And honestly, I also was most nervous. I'm going to correct myself. I was most nervous in handling like the cash and the returns and all.
Oh, I can imagine.
I feel like I was like, this has to be perfect. And I actually do have experience with cash register ever since I was like 8 years old, because my mom had like a business. So I used to do cash
Nice.
register
Hmm.
at a very young age, which is
Hmm.
yeah. So I did that experience, but I was really, really nervous about that. I was like, what if I don't know the system? What if it takes me a
Hmm.
little while? What if, but honestly, everything went perfectly. Everything went so
Wow.
well. I met so many children that were
Hmm.
so happy to be there. And the
Wow.
wonderful thing about being the literal first store
Hmm.
when you pass the gates is that everyone's happy because they just met Mickey. So everyone was just so happy. And so every time you would see like kids or whatever, they were just coming out of Mickey. So
Hmm.
they were just so happy to say hello. And I was like,
Wow.
well, hello there. Did you have a magical time? And I was just so happy. And so further on, we later learned how to do, well, obviously the cash register and all
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
But part of my training, which was my favorite part, being in the brown costume, because the brown costume was like the Emporium, but the east side of it.
Hmm.
So my favorite part was pin trading. I used to treat it like
Yes.
it was like a family game. I used to bring crowds because I would do like, are we ready to pin trade? I would do like a whole show.
Oh, wow.
Literally, I would treat it like a show. So
Yeah.
because of the pandemic, I
Mm.
feel it was because of the pandemic. Someone told me they did like the mystery pin boards. And so
Oh.
I absolutely loved it. I know a lot of cast members didn't like them. They just like the like normal pin board where everyone could see, and they would just be like, "Oh, I want that one," and that was it.
Hmm. Yeah.
But not me. I would treat it like a show. I was like, "You get one number, and that's what we're gonna get. So are you ready?" And I would do like this thing where if you liked it, you had to say "woo," and if you didn't like it, you had to say "eh." And so if you said that
Yeah.
meant you weren't trading. And then we
That's
would
awesome.
go to the next one. And so I would do it like that. And a lot of crowds would come in and I got so I remember one of my leaders was like
Hmm.
in the corner and she popped up her phone and she was like taking pictures like that. And then I was like, can you send them to me?
That is cool.
But that was, yeah, I have to say pin trading was my absolute favorite. It was
Okay.
so much fun. So much fun.
Wow.
And yeah, your question was about my first day.
Yeah.
I literally went another direction. I'm so
No,
sorry.
No.
that was perfect.
What you just described was, I mean, I felt I was right there with you. That was vivid. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Yeah, that I feel like that was where I would get the most of my cast compliments.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would get a lot of cast compliments thanks
Mhm.
to pin trading. But unfortunately we didn't get a lot of time in the brown costume. Like
Yeah.
Mystery East cast are
Mhm.
usually they give you like you have the whole line, but they usually just put you in confectionery because it's the most crowded
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
it has the best AC, obviously. And
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
and
Absolutely.
so it will get the most crowded. So most of my shifts usually were in the confectionery. And
Mhm.
I know cast members could trade and go to other parks, but since we had to be food safety trained and we also had to be we had a different register system than most
Mhm.
merchandise cast members.
Yeah.
It was hard to trade, so we at the end we'd had to stay with the confectionery shift, which I didn't
Got-
mind. It's the coldest place in all Magic Kingdom.
Oh
I can't
wow.
complain.
And
Yeah.
that is perfect insider knowledge right there.
Yes.
Those are words to live by. To make that
Yes.
recommendation, because I mean, we always gravitate towards the confectionery, and we always get the customized popcorn buckets.
Oh
We
yeah.
love that, and we just carry that around for
I
the
love
entire day.
doing that.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Oh yeah.
The best bang for your buck in the park, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was my pin trading equivalent in the confectionery
There
doing
you go.
popcorn.
Okay, nice. Very cool.
Yeah, I love doing popcorn. It was so much fun. Although I don't recommend Oreos on a hot day because your fingers get
Yep.
all with Oreos. And from experience.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Apparently, Florida tends to get hot
Oh,
every day. So yes, that's
Oh, yeah.
not to be understated. But
Oh yeah.
but
It's a
Yamel, for
very wild
you,
weather. What was that?
no, what I was going to ask you was, did you have the opportunity to work in all the parks, or was your mainstay, or were you most commonly at the confectionery or the Emporium at the Magic Kingdom? Did you have an opportunity to get around?
I didn't work at the Emporium. Emporium was the other side.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It can be pretty confusing. I got confused as well. When I saw the brown costume, I thought I was
Yep.
Emporium as well.
Yep.
So, but it was, I don't know if you guys know where Pandora is and the Dunium Birds.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's from there all the way to
Mhm.
Curtain Call Collectibles. So that was our whole line.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
yes, I did get the chance to work at all 4 parks,
Oh,
which
wow.
was so exciting.
Wow.
I did it. My first pickup was so exciting. I mean, unfortunate for Disney because Disney had to close for the storm. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, it was back in around August, fall 2022. And so they had to close for a storm. And I remember I had my last day of training, which was the embroidery training for the hats.
Oh wow.
And so it was like that day, and then the next day got canceled, and then I had 2 days off, because TCPs work 5 days a week and then 2 days off.
Okay.
So
Nice.
the day that Disney closed, I had work, but then I had my 2 days off, and that's when Disney reopened. And I was like, I'm not staying here for 3 days. Like, I want to work at Disney.
There you go.
But it was really nice because since they had closed down, a lot of shifts open up. And so one of the shifts that's really hard to pick up, it's the Memento Mori. And that was my first pickup. And I picked up, but it was a really exciting day because it was during the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And so I could see the parade from the door, and I was working at Memento Mori. It was literally such a wonderful experience.
How about that?
One of my best.
So,
yes.
So to cut in, it's a small world because not like literally, but it's literally a small world because I actually went into Memento Mori that night.
Really?
Because
how cool?
Because we had Not So Scary Halloween tickets for the night that for the day that the night that it closed.
Okay.
We were down there staying during the hurricane.
2022?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And so we went to Magic Kingdom at Rope Drop the first day it opened back up because that was the last day we were there at the park. And I said, I'm gonna stay in line, everybody else go ride rides, and we got tickets. And I remember going into Memento Mori because I was like, I haven't been in here in a long time. I'm gonna go in and just check it out. So,
so if you saw a flip hair cast member, that was me.
That's it.
Like the flipped hair.
There you go.
And the little fan. I was rocking a little what was it? Madame Leota fan.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
My best life with that fan.
Oh my god.
I think I sold a couple.
There you go.
Yeah. I was like, but I'm in disbelief right now. I'm in total disbelief. Wow. It is a small world.
It is.
Wow.
And before we were recording an episode before the trip, and I was stating my jealousy for Taylor going to Walt Disney World, and it's not fair that he can go, but I can't go. Yeah. And I said, you know, you're just going to take, a hurricane's gonna hit Florida, something ridiculous is going to happen, and I was totally kidding. But I don't want bad juju. I don't want anything like that. But I said that. But what happened?
Hurricane Ian.
Oh my God.
I felt terrible. I was the worst person. Yeah, the worst.
And to be completely honest,
and then I lost a day of work.
Yeah, and to be completely honest, every time since then has been nothing but rain when we go down for a trip.
And I don't say it's going to happen. I have no power. I don't know what's going on. Every time that we go, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's almost too hot. It's almost too pretty. It's almost like I have low wait times. I'm kidding.
But you're not.
But I'm not. I don't. Hey, timing is everything.
Yeah.
This is not. I don't know. It's just how it kind of worked out. But no. But luckily, we're all I'm doing the next Run Disney race next month. And our countdown to be back in the parks, I think, are 26 or 27 days and 30 days. I know mine's at least 30 days.
Let's
But
see.
we're going to be doing a Wednesday through Monday situation. And we're tagging along with Taylor and his crew, and we're doing a VIP tour.
No,
We've never done one.
25 days.
25 days for you, 30 days for me.
Yeah, 25 days till we leave.
So we're
But I
counting
wanted
down.
to ask you about Run Disney.
Oh, yeah, please.
You said there's like interesting new characters that are usually not seen. But
Yes.
wouldn't you get nervous taking pictures with them while the balloon ladies pass by? And you're like, well,
That's the question.
True. That's a very valid question. That's a great
you're
question.
like selfie and then like run.
Yep. Run selfie. You know what? You do what you got to do. But they of course have the what are they? The camera. I know I'm going to say it wrong. The camera people, PhotoPass people. Yes, PhotoPass cast members. They are lined up as well. So they will take your picture. You can do the selfie. They will hold your camera for you, of course, and take the picture for you.
It's like a 1, 2, 3, go.
Exactly. It is a quick, and some of those lines get really long. Now, for the balloon ladies, for you to get caught up, or for the balloon ladies to catch up with you, you would literally have to stop moving. You would have to lay down in the road and just do nothing. Okay.
Okay. So
they don't run. There's no pressure.
No pressure.
They don't run. They walk. They're not athletes. If you saw the balloon ladies, you're like, I can run faster. And that's not a slight at the balloon ladies. I think you'd be okay. And it's not meant in
they're just nice.
They're just nice people it's just about crowd control. We got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving, because obviously better than us when the park's open and things like that. And you've been there for some of those race weekends, right? I'm sure. Were you there for the Food and Wine half marathon? Because they always have that at the beginning of November around. I assume. That's my assumption.
Yeah. No, I would see Disney Run people, but late at night because DC shifts are usually after probably 3 p.m. 6.
Got you.
So those and our shifts actually are DCP shifts since I went on in the fall.
Yeah.
The fall has Christmas, Halloween, so all the parties.
Oh yeah.
So it would be like extra time. So we would stay later in the night. So if, for example, so since we were the closing shift, for example, if the park closed at 11, Main Street would close at 12. So we would leave at 1 a.m.
Oh, wow.
So that would be the same for the parties. So if the party closed at 1, Main Street 2, then 2:30. Something like that. 1:30.
I got you. Makes sense. That makes sense.
So it would be that. So our shifts were a little later.
Yeah.
I mean, they were super magical because you would just see the parade outside, and it was so much fun.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and if you're thinking about, I love the Run Disney questions. If you're ever thinking about if there's any slight hesitation, don't. If you have an opportunity, do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Do it. It is worth every penny. Our tradition. We're changing it up this time. We're going to a new resort. We've always stayed at French Quarter. We love French Quarter.
Yes.
How laid back it is. The beignets, all that.
Last time because he went bathing in the water like a certain person.
Oh, you saw that in the news, right? That person, unfortunately, they jumped in the Sassagoula River, a little like right in front of Riverside right there, and decided to, in the middle of the day. Yeah. That's not me. I've been in South Carolina. People can account for me. My whereabouts are here. Okay? Keep that in mind. Anyway, Taylor, back to me. No, we're staying at the beach resort, and we've never stayed there, so we're excited. Or beach club. I take that back. So we're excited about that.
Disney resorts are a whole thing. I love them. They're like their whole Disney World attraction.
Oh my gosh!
Like. You could literally spend the day just going to resorts happily.
We've done you ever heard of I assume you have, but we did the monorail bar crawl. When we did the adult Disney thing.
That one.
Oh,
So
all
it's
the
just going to all the resorts in the Skyliner.
Magic Kingdom. You can do a Skyliner bar crawl. You can do
Okay.
that. Go to like Petals. Go to what is it? I forgot the Caribbean Beaches bar, but regardless, but no, you start at Polynesian. Or no,
Oh yeah.
well, we started at Polynesian and we did it reverse. We kind of went from point A to -4, which is how I have a conversation. That's fine. But we started at Trader Sam's at the Polynesian, and then rode on over to the Grand Floridian, and went
Yes.
to Enchanted Rose. Had a couple drinks there, and then backtracked to Steakhouse 71.
Oh, it's like for drinking.
Oh yeah, for drinking. Yeah.
Oh,
Just no
gotcha.
pressure, not going nuts, but just casually, because we
Yeah.
never get to do these types of things.
It's
you know.
like I feel like it's an upper scale, correct me if I'm wrong, upper scale drink around the world.
Correct.
Yes.
That's
like
a great way to
more
put it.
conservative drinking around the world.
Yeah.
Much more
Just like
much
free
more
stuff.
tame.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Yep.
go. Yeah,
Much
that's the
more
word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's like a little before the park.
We recorded with she's one of our she's one of our good friends. Her name is Simply Magical Molly, and she's a Disney travel agent. And she
Okay.
knows Taylor from back in the day, from them growing up. But she's given us some good tips and tricks, and she knows this and that, and we learn something new every time. Anytime we talk with someone, like talking with you, I would have never known these types of things with the DCP, working at the confectionery, things like that. But no, she gives us like insider knowledge and gives us different things. And she's one of those that, beyond everything we know, it just blows our minds, based on what options there are. I totally underestimated what one could do, but especially with a resort day. Taylor had never heard of you don't have to go to the parks every time. We build in a resort day to go to Disney Springs, to go look at the Easter eggs at the Grand Floridian, go to Trader Sam's of the Polynesian, even go to like Art of Animation, and go to, I don't know, just go walk around.
Art of Animation is one of my favorites. I would say Art of Animation, Riviera too. I love Riviera. That's
Taylor. That's his home
so
resort.
Good.
Yep.
Well, that was gonna be my home resort when they were offering it, but we got Alani instead.
Just got Alani. I mean,
casual, just that little drop.
Yeah.
Just that,
But
just
I
that,
haven't been there yet. I haven't. I just
could have been
went
Riviera, but it's okay. We got Alani. I mean,
you're good. You are good. No, hey, that's awesome. So when is one planning said trip to,
Hawaii.
That little Hawaii that I've heard it's terrible this time of year, or pretty much any time of year, but sure, slum it in Hawaii. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, when is one going to Hawaii?
I don't know. I know I want to go to Hawaii on Christmas.
Oh my God.
Which is weird to say because I live in a tropical island. This is where people go on Christmas. But I want to go to another island.
But I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it has Disney.
This is true. This is very true. And I've seen some YouTube videos on that one. It looks incredible.
Oh,
the
eyes. What are they called? The eyes. I know them in Spanish, but I don't know. It's like the snow cones. Snow cones look so good.
Oh my gosh.
They look like from a movie.
Oh my gosh. I mean, just the theming, everything involved, and just outside of just the location, you're in paradise to begin with.
Yeah.
And in Puerto Rico, I've actually been to Puerto Rico one time.
Really? Did you like it?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was a business trip many years ago. Not too many years ago. I said too many times. But we stayed and went to Old Town San Juan. But we took a bus to the it's the Waldorf Astoria El Conquistador Resort. Beautiful.
Okay.
Those are I think the northeast corner. It was about an hour and a half, maybe hour and 45-minute bus ride to the resort. It was kind of an all-inclusive type thing, and had a wonderful time. Had a beautiful time.
I'm trying to remember. I'm really bad with directions, like really, really bad.
Yeah.
So even though it's like 5 minutes to get anywhere here, like the longest distance could be 2 hours.
There we go.
I could still get lost.
Oh my!
I don't know. It's
So
like
what?
this small, yet I don't
Yeah.
know the places. I need to look at a GPS still.
All
There
right.
we
So
go.
where are you close to?
So I'm close to I'm in the metro area, so I'm close to the malls and everything here is pretty close.
Yeah.
I could say I'm close to Isla Verde. San Juan is close. I'm right next
Yeah.
to San Juan, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so that area,
'Cause
yeah.
I have a large contingent of friends and colleagues that are over there.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So, I'm a chiropractor. The chiropractic school that I went to, our president actually is from San Juan. And
Really?
so he came over and I think there's a collective agreement with the college over there that anybody that applied to chiropractic school would get in. And so I probably have 5 to 10 people that I know that have gone back over there to open up their own practices.
Oh wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
For a chiropractor?
Yeah,
Is it chiropracticing?
chiropractic. Yeah,
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, chiropracticing might be a better way to. That's
Is that
intellectual
in your
property
word?
right there.
actually,
That could be a word. It should be a word.
yeah.
That's just me throwing words there.
Oh, that's too good.
But I wanted to ask you one more thing about Run Disney.
Please.
So I know there's a lot of themes. So what theme
Yes.
would you recommend? So what's the
Oh,
best
gosh.
one?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, can you hear my dogs? I'm so sorry. Are they?
No. Oh, I have 2 little dogs. We have a Chihuahua and a Beagle.
Oh, because
they're
I have
literally
a
at my
whole
ankles.
jungle. They could get wild. Yeah, I have 6 dogs. So
Wow, you're good. I thought I was overdoing it with 2, but you're good. You have nothing to worry about. We're dog lovers.
but is it
Great.
okay? Can you hear
Yeah,
them?
you're fine. No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
minimal.
You're
No,
good.
you're good. Promise.
Okay, perfect.
No, I've only done 2 Run Disney races, and we're doing the spring surprise weekend for the second time. And the first time around was the theming. Now, if I had to make a recommendation, based on my experience, I would say the Disney Princess weekend. Okay.
Oh,
Because they do a 5K, 10K, and then they do the longer race, the big ticket race, right? The one that everybody wants to do. If I had to recommend for someone that doesn't want, if they're not as seasoned of a runner or they're trying to find something, if they still want to run a long distance, you pointing at yourself, got you,
Yeah.
that's who you are.
Me.
I'd recommend the one that I'm doing next month. Okay.
okay. Is it
I'd recommend that.
5K?
I'm talking if somebody was going to do a long one, do the 10 miler, do the 10, but I'm not recommending that. But if you're
No.
going to do a run, but I've never heard somebody say no more seriously in my entire life.
No, because the balloon ladies will catch up to me.
They will.
By 30 minutes.
You'll be donezo. You'll be
Yeah.
toast. Yeah, the 5K. And it rotates. I know I want to say last year they did the 5K around Animal Kingdom for that weekend. And I was hoping because this year for the same themed weekend, we're doing the Hakuna Matata 10 miler.
Oh,
Exactly. I know. When I saw it, I was like, take my money now. Take everything, empty my credit cards, go. But no, I looked at the route and they have a few different routes they'll do. And for the 10 miler, it's going to be the exact same race that we ran 2 years ago. It's going to be, you normally start, like if you do the half marathon or the 10 miler, you normally start at Epcot. And you run through part of the World Showcase, and then you run through at least the 10 miler we did 2 years ago. We went around the World Showcase, ran out where Morocco is, out that way, I think.
okay.
I think we exited in that area, at least one of the countries around Morocco, from what I remember. It was very early in the morning. I was very tired. But regardless, you run through like the Swan and Dolphin by the boardwalk, run on the boardwalk, which is
outside the park.
You go outside the park, so you go through some of the perimeter roads. You get to run on the boardwalk, and then you
That's the
run.
big one, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then you run through the main entrance of Hollywood Studios, and you go left of the Chinese Theater. You go down Hollywood Boulevard, go left of the Chinese Theater, and then go into Galaxy's Edge. Run through Galaxy's Edge,
Wow.
and then cut back through Toy Story Land. Run up behind to the left. If you're behind the Chinese Theater, stay left in front of the Brown Derby. Go all the way up to Vine, and you run out by the Tower of Terror and the Hollywood Bowl where they do Fantasmic. And that's where you run through some of the perimeter roads. So you get to see a lot of the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And they have DJs. They have, oh gosh, like I said, the different character meet and greets. They have a bunch of hydration stations, Powerade, water, anything and everything. But don't make the mistake that I made the last time I ran a race. I was running.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. And I unfortunately told Taylor the story, and he took it and ran with it. No pun intended. We were running, and I let my wife, Emily, run ahead of me because I had to make a pit stop, whatever, right? And I'm dying. I'm not saying it out loud because I want to be strong for, my wife. And
Yeah.
I do my thing, and I get back, and I was going to catch up with her, but I didn't want to run too fast because it's 13.2 miles. No, 13.2. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it there. Don't. Yeah. I know, the worst. I see a hydration station, but I didn't realize because I was so tired, hot, a little disoriented because it's early in the morning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a hydration stop. It was a first aid tent. And they were holding out looked like little sticks. And I thought it was some kind of like vanilla spread, right? It turned out to be, and I went, oh, and I thought he said vanilla. And I went, oh, yeah, it's like one of those electrolyte spreads that you can eat and it'll hydrate you or give you more energy. No, it was not. It was Vaseline.
Oh.
I put that in my mouth and I'm running and I can't breathe and I'm gagging and people think I'm sick and I'm like gagging and I'm trying to spit it out. I look like a hot mess. Luckily, my wife didn't see it. She was not a witness to it, but I still had that nasty taste in my mouth that just slick, but never mind. I'm being too descriptive because I don't want you to turn off your camera and run away.
It was really nice having you on the podcast because
it's been great to never have you on the podcast again. No. But no, that's an embarrassing story. So it's important to pay attention. It's important to pace yourself. But honestly, you do a 5K, and I would recommend doing the Disney Princess weekend because the registration will open up in the beginning of June. They always do it way in advance. Just so go to the Run Disney website, look up when they're doing the races, and I would recommend doing a 5K. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that one that you mentioned at the beginning, like the long one from Animal Kingdom, was it from Animal Kingdom to Hollywood Studios?
No, it was Epcot to Hollywood Studios and back to Epcot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that one at the beginning when you mentioned it, I was like, oh, that seems long. But then thinking in a walking kind of sense, I was like, that would be so zen to just walk.
Oh, you would love it.
And the sun coming up and you're just walking through the park with no one, no chaos.
It's exactly what it is. And people do that. We run at a very slow pace, but the one thing we didn't take advantage of, we just didn't know, were the character meet and greets. And we did that. We enjoyed. We just ran and we just took it all in. But I knew we could have done better. And the half marathon we did, and believe me, we took our time. All the meet and greets, they do a bunch of throwback. They had a throwback to the Nautilus and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Because I remember riding that. I'm showing my age when I was a child of the Magic Kingdom in the early 90s. So that kind of stuff was really nostalgic for me and really took me back. I was like, oh my gosh, that's still a thing. I didn't realize that, So it really is. There's something for everybody, honestly. You can't go.
Oh, that's wonderful. I actually have a friend in PhotoPass. She works at the Run Disney. She's a really big fan of the Run Disney.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
She does PhotoPass, but then she also goes to the marathon.
Oh gosh. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she's an early bird because you can see her already posting on Instagram. She's like, we're here,
Dang.
and I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sleeping. Stop bothering me. No, I hear you. But I mean, it's people. Even though you've got your coffee in your hand, you're on the bus. It's a new kind of excitement.
oh yeah,
You get to the. I mean, it's over 10,000 people doing the one race at one time, right? It's hordes of people, but I've never been more pumped, more excited. People are just high-fiving each other. They're dancing. They're lit. There's
love.
no stress, pure love, pure happiness, pure joy. There's not a care in the world. And it's hard to get that at all,
Oh
on
yeah,
any day of the week,
absolutely. That brought me back to my
Oh,
DC.
I think we lost you.
Oh,
Is it me?
It's you. It's Abbott's. It's Abbott's Wi-Fi.
mm,
Oh my gosh. No, but Abbott was set. So Abbott's been trying to get me to do a Run Disney for at least 2-3 years.
I'm coming
Oh.
back.
There you
Sorry.
go.
Sorry. And there we are.
yes. But have you trained?
Sorry about that.
I haven't done it.
Taylor wants to do a Run Disney. He said.
Taylor, I have attempted to, and the plan is for hopefully next year we can't do the Disney Princess Half Marathon, but maybe the spring surprise, the one we're doing next year.
And what's the surprise in the spring surprise?
It's just the different thing. That's just what they call it. There's
Oh.
no like big reveal or big surprise. They've already announced what the medals are, and I think it's oh gosh, I forgot what the 5K is themed as in the 10K, but I know that at least ours is Hakuna Matata, and it's a medal with Simba. It's gonna have Simba, Timon and Pumbaa. It's gonna be
I learned to love Animal Kingdom at my Disney college program because
okay.
Animal Kingdom was that park that we wouldn't go to.
Oh.
I feel like that's one of the parks that most people assume they wouldn't go to. That's why they close early.
Sure.
That's my thought. But
Okay.
when I went to the DCP, I got to explore it. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna say it, it's the
Yeah.
best food out of all parks. It's the best
Thank
food.
you. Satuli Canteen. Yes.
The mac and cheese with steak.
Oh, what is that?
With pork. It's not steak. It's like pork, pulled pork.
That's right. I've had that before. It's excellent.
It's on
You
the
can't go
way.
wrong.
It's on the way to Dinoland, right?
It's on the right. Is it Trilobites or no? Trilobites? No, I can't. It's like Flame Tree Barbecue. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flame Tree Barbecue. Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
know
have
they
one
have-
this time.
What was that?
I'm gonna have one this time because I've never had it.
Oh, it's so good. I know they have like a little cart where they sell it, but they also have
Okay.
like the store.
Yes.
The first time I tried it, it's in front of the meet and greet for Mickey in his like safari costume.
Yes.
So that little cart, so good. I usually take it without the pickles. I'm not a pickle person.
Okay. Fair enough.
But it's so good. Best food. I tried a croissant. They have a pistachio croissant at Animal Kingdom.
What?
Yeah, and it's not at Starbucks,
Oh wow.
which is the most surprising part.
Absolutely.
They usually have the pastries,
Yeah. Absolutely.
but they have like a lot of stuff. After that, I would say Hollywood Studios,
Okay.
Epcot, and sadly at the end, Magic Kingdom. Which is hard for me to say because it's my home resort and I worked at the
Absolutely.
confectionery.
Interesting.
Besides the confectionery, because they usually just have pizza and hot dogs.
Yeah.
It's
Are
not
you
like specialty food.
Are you a fan of Casey's Corner? Because he said hot dogs.
I just don't eat hot dogs. Maybe that's
I
why I
understand.
rented at the lowest one. I'm not a hot dog person.
I
Yeah.
I understand that.
But yeah, but Animal Kingdom, I've learned a lot. I've never been to the Rafiki's Island, I think it is.
The Rafiki's Planet Watch. Go on the
That
train. Yeah.
Yeah. And as an artist,
Yeah.
I was really surprised when I saw that they were teaching how to draw.
Yes.
I was like,
Mhm.
perfect. I've reached my place. And so it was such a magical day. I remember I went into draw and then I went outside and pet the pigs. It was such a magical day.
How about that?
Yeah. So after that, every time someone's like, oh, Animal Kingdom, I'm like, no, that's the best one.
In Animal Kingdom, and I think Taylor is in the mindset that it's a half-day park. It is not.
No.
Every time we go, we take in the theming. I'm telling you, Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm telling
I
you.
told somebody today it's a half-day park.
It is not a half-day park.
No,
I'm
but
saying that for the record.
the thing is, it could be a half-day park if you don't do the Wilderness Explorer.
Yes.
If you do the Wilderness Explorer,
Mm-hmm.
that takes more than just the whole park day. You have to go 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Because
Wow.
I haven't been able to finish the Wilderness Explorer book. And I've started like 3.
wow.
Yeah, but it's really, really fun because you go to places you never thought you could see. I learned,
Okay.
not even on my program, I learned that they had like an aviary. Is that what it's called? Like the
Yeah,
bird?
yeah,
Yeah.
for birds. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I didn't even know while being on my program that existed. Had
Oh, wow.
not been for the Wilderness Explorer book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So people usually tend to look at it as the Avatar place,
Yeah.
but it's so much more than that. And actually, I'm gonna correct myself. It's
Okay.
not a half-day park because there's so much more to explore, like the aviary that I didn't know about. You
Yep.
just have to know the whole park.
We were there back in November of last year. We took the whole family, kids, the whole crew. I never knew they had otters. We rode Kali River Rapids. That's one of my favorites. I know that's kind of a controversial thing because why would you ride that in November? It's Florida. I repeat, it's Florida. But I'm walking and I go, what in the? And you walk down, they have a little observe, and they were just going to town. They were back and forth, having a great old time.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
incredible. I had no idea. And
Yeah.
I see something new every time that I go. So.
Yeah. That was actually one of the parks I worked at. I worked at before,
Mhm.
and I actually learned something that I didn't know. So did you know, maybe you guys know this, but did you know
Okay.
that they actually don't have stickers at Animal Kingdom because of the animals?
That would make sense.
Yeah.
It
So
does.
the other parks, they would give you
Mhm.
stickers. Like, there's a sticker.
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
Stickers, but Animal Kingdom doesn't do that for the animals.
How about that? That is cool.
Yeah. So that's
Now-
something I didn't know. I was like, oh,
Okay.
because I would always ask, can I have stickers? And they were like, oh, we don't have any.
Yeah. I'm the same kind of person. If I'm at maybe Oga's Cantina and I'm there for the theming, all that, I will ask the cast member for extra coasters because you can't get them anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Taylor? The
No.
coasters at Oga's Cantina. They
No.
have like little hidden messages in that Star Wars language in Batu. They're little Easter eggs on it. I'm telling you. And they come out with different ones every now and then. Taylor. Okay, well, I don't know who he is, but I guess we have a new spot for anyone that wants to join the podcast. But no,
Yeah.
but that being said, Yamel, thank you so much for
Oh, of
spending this time
course.
with this. Believe me, I can go on all day, all night,
Oh,
talking all
trust
things
me.
Disney.
Trust
You
me, me
are.
too.
We are all cut from the same cloth. There's a lot of exciting things we have coming up, but thank you so much. I know that
Thank
it's
you guys.
yeah, absolutely. It was a lot of fun, and beyond that, we'll just kind of we'll probably post the episode with the next probably in the next week and a half, give or
Yep.
take. But before I release it, I will send you a copy of everything, give you an idea, and if you have certain preferences for anything, or if you want to add something beyond what we're recording here, let me know. But thank you for being a part of what we do.
Yeah, thank you so
you're-
much. It was my first podcast, so it was really
There you
exciting.
go. Yeah,
Awesome.
very
First-
cool. Very cool.
First for everything.
And you're a first cast member, so that's amazing. So absolutely, and
Yeah.
DCP and
Two firsts.
DVC.
Three.
That's
There you
3. Well, yeah, 3. So right there. So must be nice to be DCP, DVC, because I'm just some
Joe Smo.
person. Yeah, just whatever.
No, but I
Just
highly
lame.
recommend checking out the DVC. We've
Okay.
gotten so much of it.
Yes. Yes.
The cruise we're going on now
Yeah.
is the first DVC in Europe, the first DVC cruise in Europe. So we're going to that one
Wow.
out of luck because we got a cabin. I don't know how.
Holy cow.
And so I highly, highly recommend because, well, not with the European one, but
Sure,
usually
sure.
we with the cruises we go to the Disney hotels and all with points,
Yeah.
and it's so much less than if you
Wow.
would with like without it.
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, and having obviously the Disney Chase Visa.
So you can use DVC for the cruises.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, we go to the DVC member cruise. We're going to the Europe one now.
Never, Taylor, all kinds of firsts. I mean, we were kind of joking, but good Lord, Taylor, you just blew his mind. You totally just blew his
changed
mind.
the entire game for me.
No, that's how we go every year.
Dang. And
Yeah.
where, if you don't mind me asking, where in Europe? Like what destination? I'm sure it varies.
Yeah, so we're going to Barcelona, and then from there we're gonna go
Wow.
to, I don't know exactly the route, but it's
Mhm.
Monaco, Italy.
The Mediterranean little loop.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. I'm not good with locations.
Wow.
I just follow my mom. She's the one that's doing all the reservations.
Wow.
I'm just going there.
Abbott, when you want to do it?
What was that?
I'm ready. But he was asking me when I was ready to go on a DVC cruise yesterday,
Oh,
the day before
yes,
yesterday.
absolutely. I feel like you should check out DVC like right away.
Yeah, you should.
I feel like that should be my next role, a DVC cast member.
You're it's like you're selling ice to an Eskimo. I mean,
Yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed. Yeah.
That's my minor.
There you go, man. I do not know what to say, but what I do know is that I think we're heading on towards the end of the fun episode here. Like I said, we could go on and on all day, but to say that I'm just a smidge jealous of your European cruise, it would be an absolute lie. But no, that's awesome. That's so exciting. That is so exciting. That's awesome. So
thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm really excited, especially
That's so
because
cool.
my graduation. So it's like my
Hey, that's great. Hey, well, early congratulations. That's exciting.
Thank you so much.
Huge.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Yamel, you have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. See you real soon.
Thank you.
As they say. Bye.
Bye. Hold on.
Cool.
Hold on. Am I still recording? I may be recording. Oh, okay. I can edit this. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.